All right. Good morning to you. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. I hope all is well with you. This morning, I want to share something with you. There is a video of Peter Obi, that he appeared in European Parliament and he's made a speech there. He addressed them. One of the reasons why I'm writing on this is because I want us to understand something. Because most of the things going on now has happened before. As Biafrans were busy in 1967 trying to clear some of the things, trying to, make the stand like Ojuku. Have you asked yourself what was Zeke and the others, what were they doing? They were busy talking about how to make the country one and all that. Peter Obi appeared in European Parliament. He appeared there and he made a speech like I told you. He talked about how Africa is a very, very good business opportunity for Europeans. I don't know why he think that they don't know much about Africa like that, because Africa has been, where they're going to harvest something and all that. You know what I'm talking about. So now that the United States of Biafra are doing what they're doing, something document presenting their what they can do, their offer to countries. You now see someone that's supposed to be a Biafra talking about how to unite it and how to make things work for you know what I mean. You wonder what he actually wants. Is he trying to play the role of Zeke? Is he planning to do the same? Anyway, I'm gonna allow the video to roll so that you can now, after watching it, if I make a comment, it may make more sense to you. But before then, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are here not to cause any problem, but to call our attention based on what you have on this. Look at the title. Biafrans need to act now. P2B at the European Parliament. Now, you cannot deny the fact that in as much as P2B is trying to be Nigerian president and all that, he may not. If you ask me to guess, I would think that he's not going to be a president. If peradventure, if he become a president of Nigeria, that means they did it just to water down the tension. We cannot allow ourselves to be used against ourselves, against our people. Why must we be the one fighting against ourselves, taking that you are smart? That's not how to play politics. There's a video that I published earlier on my main platform of Bauchi governor fighting on behalf of terrorist bandit, terrorist nickname bandit, boldly defending that. But our people are yet, our own politicians are not doing anything to understand this very long journey that can be the only permanent solution. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to say much. I want you to hear what Peter B said.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, MEPs. Well, I don't know. First, let me most sincerely show my gratitude and thank you for opportunity of being part of your section. It was a very good listening how discussions go on. The first question people wonder is, why am I here? I'm just here to be able to start a conversation because I found out that the European Union, or most countries of Europe and the Western world, actually have little knowledge about Nigeria and Africa in general. And because of it, in their decision, in their thinking, they rarely bring Africa into perspective. I said to them, it is time to rethink. Africa today is the last frontier of global development. It's the second biggest continent in terms of size in the world, the second biggest continent in terms of population. It's the continent that has the highest amount of natural resources. is a continent that has vast, uncultivated land, a continent with young population. 60% of African population today is young. But then it's a continent of mass poverty. Today, Europe, if I take Nigeria for example, Nigeria in terms of population is 50% of European Union population. You are about 450 million. We're over 240 million. So we over have 50% of your population. In terms of the land size, Nigeria, Europe is about 4 point something million square kilometers. Nigeria is about a quarter of that. Just Nigeria. But when you come to in terms of wealth, while Europe have a per capita of over $40,000, Nigeria, which is over 50% of your population, our per capita is below about 2.5% of that of Europe. So you could see the potential, with all the resources, the potential for growth. The nearest continent to Africa, to Nigeria, is Europe. So if Africa today turns around, the biggest beneficiary will be Europe. If it collapses, the consequence will affect you more. And I believe that we have so many commonalities that we can work together and everything. And what is the problem of Africa? The problem of Africa remains leadership. To have a political leadership that is competent, that have the capacity, compassion, commitment, and character to be able to deal with issues of corruption, law and order, focus on investing in critical areas of development, which is health, education, and pulling people out of poverty. It was discussed here that we have issue of killings, which again, people can say is genocide, people can say is Muslim versus Christians and everything. Are they killings? Are they criminality? Are they kidnapping? Yes. But we have to look at the issues that are driving this. When you have a huge population, for example, Nigeria have over 100 million people living in multidimensional poverty. You have millions of out-of-school children, or those who didn't even go to school at all. With mass poverty and mass uneducated people, you have room for easy recruitment for all forms of criminality, which is what is now driving us of killings that we need to deal with. And now we're moving around, I'm moving around and saying, we need support. We need you to help us to overcome this and be able to create a clear developing environment that will also benefit you, because it's a huge market for you. It's a huge advantage in terms of resources and everything. If Africa, especially Nigeria, is doing well, it's the most populous country in Africa. It's about 1/6 of African population is Nigeria. And it has all it takes to be a huge market that Europe, just like Africa, can have. And to turn around Africa, you must turn around Nigeria. Because it's a country that will drive the rest of Africa. To develop Africa, which will benefit you, you must start from Nigeria. So that's where I came to continue to start the conversation with you. Is not something, of course, I can take on tonight. It's something that I know that it requires several visits to be able to intimate you more on this commitment on this trajectory that I want you to go down with us and be able to help us to turn around Africa, Nigeria in particular. So thank you for the opportunity of having a few minutes conversation with you. Maybe there'll be questions.
Thank
All right, all right, all right. Sorry about that. So that was B2B there, and it is funny. It is funny in the sense that this man don't understand the nature of Nigeria. He still don't want to admit that this land, vast land and the vast economy and all that he's talking there is literally in the hands of terrorists. And I don't know why he think he can make something out of it. Is he aware the number of general paying the price? Now, this is for USB government foreign affairs department. If you guys are working, let's say you guys are working 6 hours a day with this visitation of P2B, you guys need to double the hour or add some hours to that, because na big work. Oh, yeah, honestly, because this man is with his visitation, this can somehow start having effect on those countries that you guys are doing wonderfully well with their government. You need to also remind those countries in Europe that P2B making such promises is actually fake promises, because P2B cannot guarantee. He don't have what it takes to stop jihadism and terrorism that is promising. The only thing that any European country that want to invest in Africa, the only way to do that is to make sure that the way you are investing that money have mutual understanding and respect with the respect of humanity. Like what you guys are saying, keep on reminding them that that is the way to go, because there's no way P2B can guarantee that Zamfara Gold will be managed by the Nigerian government. There's no way. There's no way P2B will guarantee that even oil in Niger Delta will be guaranteed, because bandits and terrorists are willing to do all it takes to take over with the help of countries like Turkey, Lebanon, Iran, Yemen, Mauritania, Syria, Morocco. Have I mentioned Algeria, Egypt, Kuwait? These countries are willing to fund it, with like Qatar, of course. And it's not something, it's not just pushover. And when it comes to population, Fulani have actually, done very, very deadly work by opening the border under Buhari for them to come from all the countries in Africa because Nigeria is not self-heavy. That is why the current request from terrorists in Oyo State have made it clear that they want, one of the options they want is to pay them, they want the Oyo State to pay them 1 billion naira, and that money will be transferred to an account in Benin Republic. You need to understand and calculate. Benin Republic, that Nigeria helped couple of months ago when they want to change the regime. Nigeria quickly, stop that, because they know how important Benin is to them. Because for terrorists to Nigeria to request to use the account in Benin Republic publicly to receive ransom says a lot about Benin Republic. You can see the connection. Who knows those that are behind it? But if you pay down, if you come down, you know. Now, what I'm trying to say is that P2B, USB Foreign Affairs Department, need to remind, even if let's assume they don't, let's assume that in the previous meeting with them, they don't let countries in Europe that P2B meeting their foreign affairs ministry, like having this kind of conversation is dead on arrival, because Nigeria is not even safe. So you cannot trade what you don't have. You cannot bargain like that. But if you have total, freedom from them, you have access to bargain, to strike deal with European counterpart and all that. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, let me know, what are you seeing danger in P2B's visit to the European Parliament? The Parliament, they welcome everybody. So this Parliament may somehow feel relaxed with P2B. I don't know, but I don't trust them. Let me know what you think about it. It will be visitation to European Parliament. Let me know what you think about it, and please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.